Deja vu. Its groundbreaking investigation with Swansea University has cracked the code on how the Labour Party did so well in this year's general elections. And the answer is Russian tweets, of course.
Our research suggests there was an orchestrated attempt to propel Corbyn into Downing Street by bombarding the public with positive messages in support of Labour, using Twitter accounts that were mostly created after the election was suggested early last year.
So let's break down that research. 6,500 Russian Twitter accounts, identified by their primary language, work to bash the ruling Conservatives and promote the Labour Party in the run-up to the election. And a few examples are given as to how they achieved their meddling goals, such as promoting stories condemning Theresa May for cuts in police numbers and funding. Another point made in the article was the massive attendance seen at Corbyn's rallies. But even if the scores of people who showed up were only there thanks to bots retweeting Corbyn's location, does that somehow make them not true supporters? Other suspicious activity was a push by the bots on election day telling people to get out there and vote. How dare they? The article doesn't provide a list of the accounts they monitored and said that many of them have been deleted or suspended by Twitter. Conservative MPs have vowed to dig further into the claims.
Russian interference in the politics of the UK is a breach of our election law and something we've got to act to stop.
Whereas Labour representatives have slammed the article as a classic Sunday Times smear campaign.
The Labour Party's people-powered election campaign attracted huge levels of public support online. We're not aware of any from automated bots, categorically did not pay for any, and are not aware of any of our supporters doing so.
Other Labour supporters have even chosen to embrace the accusations. Now, the report does not comment on who specifically was behind the campaign or how many people actually saw the tweets, nor does it say whether or not the attempt was successful. But the point is, if a vote comes up with shocking results, there's clearly no other plausible explanation apart from the Russians did it.
We asked the newspaper to comment on the investigation. In the meantime, former MI5 officer Annie Machon says it's all just part of a clampdown on alternative views.
The West does not like dissent, it does not like alternative views, and the internet offered people the chance of developing these alternative news. And as soon as you have one of those alternative viewpoints in the West, you must, of course, be working as one of Putin's useful idiots or as a Russian troll bot or whatever it is. We saw this last week as well. There was a report on Sky News, and they were accusing two accounts particularly on Twitter, saying that they are Russia bots. They weren't human beings. And so Sky News invited one of these people on to the news, and he came on to Sky and argued that he was a human being, strangely enough. And it turned out he was a sort of 70-year-old pensioner who was just angry at what was going on politically in the UK. So it's really risible that they're trying to stigmatise